Yo, what up? What up? What's up with y'all? What's going on? You already know what it is. Your boy Juan G's definitely up in the building. A little late on this one, but definitely here though. I'm definitely up in the building right now. Give a shout out. Give a couple shout outs up in here, man. Give a shout out to my boy Sir Obadiah in the building. You know what I mean? Came through. Shout out to my boy Joey. Shout out to my boy from the Villain Spear, Rashawn. Definitely coming through up in the building, man. Shout out to Indian Aura. What's up, girl? What's up, Nadia? Sincerely, what's going on? What's going on with you? Shout out to my boy Gold Professor. Shout out to Toya. Definitely up in the building. The ultimate tutor in the building, you know what I mean? But listen, I'm about to rock out for a minute. We ought to play this joint real quick, then we're gonna get right into it. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. CB4 gusto, your luck low. I didn't know till I was drunk though. You freak niggas played out, get fucked and ate out. Prostitute turned bitch, I got the gauge out. 96 ways I made out. Montana way, the good FELLA. Verbal AK spray, tip detaching. Jump out the range, empty out the ashtray. A glass of Zay, making mad Cassius Clay. Red dot plots, murder schemes, 32 shotguns. Regulate with my thuns, 17 rocks gleam for one ring. They let me let y'all niggas know one thing. There's one life, one love, so there can only be one king. The highlights of living, Vegas style, roll dice and linen, and terror spinning on millenniums. 20 G bets, I'm winning them. Threats, I'm sending them. Lex with TV sets the minimum. Ill sex, adrenaline, party with villains. A case of demisec to chase the henny, wet any click. With the semi-tech who want it, diamonds I flaunt it. Chicken heads flock, I lace them. Fried broil with basil, taste them. Crack their legs way out of formation. It's horizontal how I have them. Fucking me in the Benz wagon. Can it be vanity from Last Dragon? Grab your gun, it's on though. Shit is grimy. Real niggas bucking broad daylight. With the broke Mac, it won't spray right. Don't give a fuck who they hit, as long as the drama's lit. Yo, overnight thugs bug cause they ain't promise shit. Hungry ass hooligans, stay on that piranha shit. I ain't the type of brother made for you to start messing. Never sleep. The sleep is the cousin of death. I ain't the type of brother made for you to start messing. Never sleep. The sleep is the cousin of death. I ain't the type of brother made for you to start messing. Never sleep. The sleep is the cousin of death. I ain't the type of brother made for you to start messing. I beat you frontin'. I was in the Jeep, sunk in the seat, tinted with heat, beats bumping. Across the street, you was wildin', talking about how you ran to Allen in '89, laying up, playing the yard with crazy shine. I cocked the baby nine, that nigga gravy mine, clinked him. What was he thinking on my corner when it's baby time? Dug him, you owe me cousin, something told me plug him. So he come, felt my leg burn, then it got numb. Spun around and shot one, heard shots and drops, son, caught a hot one. Somebody take this biscuit before the cops come. Then they came asking me my name, what the fuck? I got stitched up and went through. Left the hospital that same night, what? Got my gap back, time to backtrack. I had to drop, so how the fuck I get clapped? Black was in the Jeep watching, all he seen speed by was a brown Datsun. And yo, nobody in my hood got one. That clown niggas through, blazing at his crew daily. The bridge touched me up severely, hear me? So when I rhyme, it's sincerely yours. Be lighting L, sipping chords on all floors of project halls. Contemplating war, niggas I was cool with before. We used to score together uptown, copping the raw. But a thug changes, and love changes, and best friends become strangers. Word up. Y'all know my stilo. Ain't an army that can strike back. Y'all know my stilo. Ain't an army that can strike back. Y'all know my stilo. Ain't an army that can strike back. Y'all know my stilo. Ain't an army that can strike back. Yo, to them thug niggas getting it on in the world, you know? To them niggas that's locked down, doing they thing, surviving, you know what I'm saying? To my thorough niggas, New York and worldwide, yo. To the Queensbridge militia, 9-6 shit. The firm click, illmatic nigga. It was written though. It's been a long time coming. Y'all fake niggas trying to copy. Better come with the real though. fake ass niggas, yo.
You throwing them back.
Bring this shit, man. Live, man. 9-6 shit.
One more joint. We're gonna go on one more joint. We're gonna take it there. We're gonna take it to ODB, man. We're gonna take it there. Let's get it. We gotta get turned.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dorm. For you to even touch my skill, you gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't gonna kill now. Chop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For an EMC and any 52 states, I get psycho. Killer, Norman Bates, my producer slam. My flow was like, bam, jump on stage, and then I did that. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. House they got answers, even if it ain't slaying on. Well, the bus can be still far, they turn. Well, we're all side, shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodgers Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass, disco dorm. But you didn't even touch my skill. You gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't gonna kill now. Drop that down, pass all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC and any 52 states, I get psycho. Killer, Norman Bates, my producer slam. Always like, bam, jump on stage, and then I bend there. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Shimmy, y'all.
Yo, what up? What up? What's up with y'all? What's going on? What's going on? We definitely up in the building right now. You already know what it is, man. It's the Friday night chill, man. We definitely here. We here to rock out here to pop off and do our thing, have fun. I see all y'all in the building. God damn. What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all, man? I'm about to put this link down, man. We about to rock out, have a good time, man. For real, for real. And that's all it's about. Hold on, I got y'all. Got y'all. I'll drop this link on y'all real quick. But yeah, man, it's been rocking out, man. It's been a cool day, man. I had a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to the rest of y'all from yesterday, man. For real, for real. You had a good time. I had a good time yesterday with my peoples. Was no bullshit, nothing like that. So, you know, it is what it is. It was just more fun time for the fam, my peoples, and all that good stuff. Just rocking out right now, man. I've been staying away from y'all craziness though, man. I just staying out away from that for like a day or so, man. I had to get away from that bullshit. Even though it be funny as hell. You know the villains, we gotta talk our shit and go in. You know? Do our thing up in here, man. Not be rocking out here with these little suckers.
Yeah. Them
Yeah.
suckers. Them suckers.
What's good?
Them
Joey.
suckers that, them old niggas that haven't let their nuts drop.
Mm.
Fuck them niggas.
God
Fuck
damn.
them niggas. What's good, y'all?
What
What's good?
up?
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all, man? Y'all here with the Friday night chill. You already know what it is. Oh yeah, I'm over 100 subscribers.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey,
shit, congratulations, bro.
Hold on, man. I gotta. Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers,
Damn.
my nigga.
Oh, hold on. I don't got a shot. Hold on, let me get mine, dog. Let me get my shot. Hold on. You can't do it without me. Hold on.
Hey, I got you. I ain't drink, nigga. This is a celebration. YG's made it to 100.
Yeah. 100
Yeah.
subs, man. Let's get it, dog. We out here, man.
Yeah.
What they talking about, man?
You got your shot.
Hold on, I'm about to make it right now. Hold on, I'm about to make it right now.
Oh shit.
Make
We
it
got
right now.
we got the
Joey,
Crown
what's
Prince
good?
we got the Crown Prince of Petty in the backstage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we
Uh-oh.
good. We lit. We lit. What's
What's
lit, bro?
good? What's good?
What's good?
Nigga,
You
it's the
you
villain
missed out,
Power
nigga.
Rangers, nigga. Yeah, let's get it, nigga. Green Ranger in the building, nigga. Let's
Right.
go. You know what I'm
Villain
saying?
Spear.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Villain Rangers, nigga. Let's get it. Hey, yo, make sure everybody take their bathroom breaks. Can't be pissing during the stream, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Percolating
nah.
and whatnot. You know
Oh
what I mean?
shit. Come on, DeAndre. Come on, man.
You know, get out the box, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That shit ain't pee no more when you over 40. That shit is urine, nigga. Nigga got
Mace,
apple
Mace.
juice.
Nigga got a whole bottle.
Oh,
Nigga
shit,
using bottles and
man.
shit to piss on and shit. They didn't want to get
Oh,
up.
yo, that shit crazy, nigga. Ain't nobody tell this nigga dark.
You still laughing about that shit, bro?
Yo, he's still laughing about that shit,
If it wasn't for me to call that shit out, y'all niggas would never know.
Yo, that shit was crazy, my nigga.
Oh,
Like,
man.
yo, my man got straight hot percolating urine, nigga. Just staying out, nigga. Nigga, that room smelled like my underarms and urine, nigga. If a nigga got pissed on the table, nigga, you know that nigga ain't wash his
Salute,
ass,
Travis
nigga.
Lounge. Salute, man.
Yo,
Salute.
you know that
Trav,
nigga
what
ain't wash
up?
his ass, nigga. Yo, you know it's straight underarms, feet, nuts, and urine,
Gino
nigga.
in the building. What's good
What's
with you,
going on,
man?
Gino, man? Yo,
What
what's
up,
up, man?
Gino?
Oh man. Hey yo, so it's officially cuffing season. Let the crying over pussy begin.
Oh yeah. We about to hear that. Niggas like, man.
Yo, I saw that in the hideout. I was like, it has begun.
yo,
Oh yeah,
that is
Rashawn.
crazy.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
Oh, you ready for your shot? All right, man. All right, here we go, man. Here we go. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Let's get it.
They're over the building.
Yeah. Shout out to Juan G's on his 100th subscriber.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. Hit him with the Swiss beats out here.
Uh-huh.
You gotta get them horns, man. You gotta get them horns, bro.
Oh yeah, the double horns out here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, shit crazy, man. It is officially motherfucking cuffing season, man. Like, I'm telling you. Like, look, bro, it ain't set in for niggas. You know what it's gonna set in Sunday when they run out of that extra plate their mama gave them because they home lonely by themselves, niggas, with their dry turkey.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
nigga.
damn.
Yo, at the Black Friday sales, they only buying for themselves. Nigga. Hey man, listen, stocks and Pornhub just went through the roof this week, bro.
Oh shit.
Let's not
Niggas
forget.
over here.
Let's not forget Spank Bang.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
No. Look, man, that's why these niggas crying and hoes are winning. Oh, nigga, I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy, nigga. Oh god, nigga.
They're gonna be singing Marvin Room all winter long.
Hey man, winter done came, left, and these niggas still dry dick.
They about to be like cups full of rose in the room by themselves with the bottle in their motherfucking hand and shit.
Man, look, boy, this nigga sitting there in a wife beater with urine on the fucking side, nigga, with wild turkey, nigga.
Oh shit.
Straight urine, nigga. You don't want to be like me. You don't be sitting in the house with the lights off, talking to a screen with urine.
Oh no. No.
Look at my dog. Look at Carmen. Come over here. I ain't seen my dog in years. The wife took it with the divorce.
Shadow,
Damn.
Shadow, come here, Shadow. Come here, Shadow.
Man, somebody get this nigga, man. Get this nigga away from me, nigga.
You took your goddamn dog, man.
Somebody get
that's
this
petty.
overweight vegan some puss.
Man,
Uh-oh.
for real, this nigga here, bro. Like that shit was. This nigga, like,
Man,
that's another question, man.
it haven't been 15 minutes and y'all niggas start going in already, dog.
Oh, my bad, man. You know, it's
No, fuck it. Go. We already in it now.
Yeah,
Ain't no home back. Man. We already in it.
Ain't no going home to this one. Ain't no going home.
Ain't
It's
no
like,
going home. We already in it now.
This is my thing. This is my thing. How you let our little brother school your old ass?
Oh
He
man.
need to let his nuts drop. Nigga, your shit just sunk in.
Nigga, that nigga.
Oh no,
nigga,
his ex-wife took him.
Nigga, no, she
Ex-wife
didn't,
took
bro.
the motherfucker.
She never had him, bro. That nigga had a set of ovaries. She the one with the testicles, nigga. That nigga was menstruating all over the place, nigga. Like the dog ain't want no parts of that nigga. Like, yo, get off me, man. Like I got friends,
He said
nigga.
the dog don't like you. Nobody likes you.
Yo, this nigga said, nigga, the dog was like, come over here, nigga. I don't fuck with you like that, nigga. If I wasn't chained to this tree, nigga, I'll fuck you up.
Oh, punk
Coming
ass.
over,
Punk ass pet owner.
nigga over here, nigga, bringing these vegan snacks, nigga. Get that shit out of here, nigga. Over here crying over broads and shit.
What was the Creole term that you said to him that had his tail between his legs?
Oh, that wasn't me. That was who asked it? That was
Was it Wacky?
Yeah, it was Wacky talk to him, man. Nigga, I was in the clouds for that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, hey, nigga, that was villain on simp crime right there. With Serpent went up there.
Villain on simp crime, yo. Hey, yo, that's the one.
Nigga, Joey. Yo, Joey, man, nigga, you should have been locked up for attempted murder in the first degree.
We were over here we were over at headquarters and shit, just like, yeah, Joey, tell that nigga, fuck that nigga up.
Yeah, man. Yo, see, look, man. Look, when Sean was going, he was gonna go up there. I said, "Nah, man, villain stay."
Yeah, Rashawn about to run down. Like, no, fuck that. I'm about to go up there.
He was like, shut the fuck up, Haitian ass nigga.
DeAndre had to hand him like, no, chill. Don't go up there, man. Chill. Fall back.
Let him handle it. I was like, all right. But I'm a snipe his ass in the chat. Like, you better see all of that shit.
He gonna snipe you like Warzone on Call of Duty, nigga.
Yo, shit crazy, bro. Like, yo, I was just watching niggas. Like, shout out to K, man. Yo, we had a good time up there, bro. Man, we did convert one. We almost converted the nigga, man. Like, we almost put him in the Bucky in the Bucky chair. Nigga had him like almost the Winter Soldier, but this nigga went over the Cooters and had a fucking relapse and shit. Fuck these bitches. Fuck these bitches.
Yo, Dre, you saw me pull up. Like the Kuda had to pull me aside. Like, yo, we ain't on that rah shit.
Man, like this nigga, you up here on Thanksgiving talking about
that nigga got a
nigga.
disability, bro. I'm telling you, that nigga every time you talk to that nigga go one ear to another. That nigga got a fucking learning disability or something, bro. Like that nigga can't read, right? I don't know. I don't know that nigga can hear himself.
listen, Joey, all y'all, listen, man. That's the last. Listen, villains don't save people. That's the last.
We don't save nobody.
Nobody,
save
bro. It's over, man.
Self.
Fuck it, bro. Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Exactly, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna say like this, man. Fuck that shit. Listen, the 2/3 policy in its effect, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying, nigga. If you ain't listen, bro. If you feel like the world is fucked up like that, man, put yourself, get you a rope, get you a chair, and if you scared to kill yourself, I just kick the chair for you, my nigga. Like it's cool. Like I'm tired of niggas like you running around here, listening to these old ass niggas talking about. This is bitches fault.
Yo, bro, I went ham on them niggas.
And here at Juan G's, we do not condone suicide. We do not condone suicide. But if you acting like a sucker, then
hey, bro, suckers had to commit suicide, bro.
Man,
Kick rocks, punk motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm saying like this, man. You sit up here and talk, and the only thing I hear out this nigga like, man, I see it every day. This world fucked up. To do something about it, nigga. Do something about it.
Shout out to being the guy in the panel. Shout out to Mon G's and Rashawn Dre, yo.
I'm like, he's good. We got him on the camera shit. That nigga, we got that nigga. Yo, we got that nigga on some old school shit. That nigga was putting out shit. We was like, all right, nigga, you good. And then the next day on Thanksgiving, he pops up, nigga. Man, fuck
fucking Kudos panel, bro. Yeah, fuck these bitches, bro. They trying to gaslight a nigga, bro. Niggas trying to bang my face. Like, damn, nigga, you got a disability, son? Like, bro. Like, that nigga got a learning disability, bro. Like, I can't feel that way, bro.
Look, he got a dick disability, nigga. Like,
dick disability.
Hey, yo. Oh, shit.
That nigga dick ain't working disability, bro. That nigga need to call 1-800.
Yo, because even when we got to the point where we was just chopping it the fuck up, right? This nigga, he said, yo, y'all chilling, everything great, but as soon as the chick get up here, y'all gonna act a fool, y'all gonna switch up. Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga,
that's what I be saying, Dre.
Nigga, why you having a relapse? Nigga, like, what's going on with you? You got pussy Tourette's or something, nigga? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? What's going on? Hey, yo, we ain't talking about that right now, nigga. Like, the women in the chat.
On that time now.
Nigga, what's going on? I said, you know what? I blame, you know who I gotta blame, nigga? I gotta blame Cooter, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta blame Cooter, bro. You know why I gotta blame Cooter, man? Nigga, it's Thanksgiving. Don't stream, nigga. Nigga, if you got all them siblings, you're supposed to be in the house eating some dry turkey, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be like chilling with your peoples, nigga. Outside playing like tackle bone ball with your brothers and shit, your cousins or something. You know what I mean? Out there listening to old stories of your uncle ain't shit. You know what I mean? How your mom was a hoe and shit. Some shit like that, nigga. I don't know, nigga. But you're supposed to be listening to something, right? This nigga up here talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be at work minding my business and then bitches come up and they be entering my space and shit. Cause niggas probably think you weird, nigga. They don't want to get killed at work, nigga. They trying to check if you straight. Like, yo, hold on, man. That nigga a little bit too suspect. Let's talk to this nigga to see where his head at and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me press up on this nigga. Cause you know, you be having mass shootings at work, man. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what a nigga thinking and shit. Especially around the holidays, you know what I mean? You in a warehouse, nigga. Nigga come up there with the K because he ain't getting no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Chewbacca face ass nigga from Star Wars.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, niggas just try to test your metal, man. We try to make sure you straight. Nah, man, I don't fuck. Nigga, just say, yo, what's up? How you doing? I'm
Man, he did that. He did that with Misha and her best friend Faye. Man, it's like, oh man, you know, y'all trying to gaslight me and shit. Cause the girls, one of the girls, what's his Oye son? He was like, oh no, she trying to gaslight me, my nigga. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? He just asked you a question.
Yo, you know what the problem is? This nigga's been emotionally abused, nigga, since fucking grade school, bro, by bitches. Like, yo, this is what you got, man. You got a lot of these dudes running around here, man. Like he was like, yo, I'm glad y'all said, yo, me, y'all gave me answers other than I need to get
but Dre, do you and Kane talk to? Cause I left that nigga pull up. As soon as that nigga pull up, I left King by himself with that nigga. Like, man, you talk to that nigga. I left. King was so these, but he's like, Joey, where you going, man? Joey, where you going? I'm like, I think I'm out. I'm like, I dropped down.
Man,
Hey, look, Joey was like, man, this nigga is so depressing, nigga. I gotta go jump in this pussy right now, nigga. This nigga, I think that shit, nigga, that shit is contagious, nigga. Like, yo, you can't hang around with niggas, man. He said, why DS1 and AM is beefing? Because who else AM is going to beef with?
Wait, why DS1 and AM beefing? I don't know what's that about.
Man, they been beefing, man. Y'all just didn't notice.
They've been beefing, but it all started because of it all started with the Dr. Seuss character.
Yeah. No. Before that. No. It was before that, man. It was before that. It all started when them niggas got a sponsor. You know what I mean? Like Dck Pills.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, Dr. Dck Pills came up there and straight like Broad Street bullied that nigga whole.
I thought AM. I thought that was his, when I first met AM and met DS1. They kind of look alike in a way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this could be it.
Don't get him the fuck out
Oh,
of there.
shit, yo. Oh, no.
Yo, I thought that was his twin brother for real, bro. I swear to God.
They cousins.
I ain't gonna front. They do similar to each other. I ain't gonna front. They do.
Yo, they really do. Like, yo, when DS1 was talking about, yeah, they call me Big Fat Rob. Like, yo, I swear to God, bro.
Hey, yo, before bro, have y'all ever seen that A game shit, yo? Like the videos, like the actual like they got a commercial, like it's a commercial. Like you ever?
Oh yeah, that's in there.
Yo, that shit ain't got nothing to do with your health. It's all Dck Pills, nigga. They all talking about your vitality and libido and shit, nigga. And the nigga, that's the major selling point, nigga. You take this shit, your dick gonna work, nigga. That's it, nigga. That's it. It's a Dck Pill supplement, nigga. That's it.
Yo, we gotta give that nigga Dck Pills to GMO, bro. Get nigga.
What
this help you increase your testosterone, nigga.
No, that's not gonna help him, bro. That's not gonna help him. Like, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do. He just gonna sit up there, nigga, with a hard dick in his hand.
Bro, I can imagine that nigga get some pussy and shit. Y'all remember the movie Hot Tub? Y'all remember Hot Tub Time Machine? You remember that one scene with the black dude and shit when he was crying fucking that white chick? Well, that JMO crying,
Yo, I don't even want the nigga. Yo, listen, man. I don't even want the nigga. Look, man. pussy is the least of his problems, right? Right? The nigga need to just get that nigga fuck hope. That nigga need to get like just some motivation just to do some shit he like to do in life, my nigga. Like fuck all the rest of the shit, bro. Like I don't like everybody, he said he had a problem. Everybody talked about the same problem they got at work, nigga, but everybody had a solution. This nigga didn't want to hear no solutions, but just cry in the corner, nigga. This is a like this.
People, listen, check this out. He pulled that same shit when Kuda passed through Kings, and he was just knee jerking and shit. I'm like, yo, bro, like.
You know what the nigga do, man? He wanted niggas. He said, "Yo, I appreciate the talk, man. This is good, man. Good vibe." All right, cool, bro. That's what's up.
Cool.
But I thought I thought that nigga learned something that day between you and Kane and him. I'm thinking that nigga probably learned something. And then all of a sudden, that nigga's on DJ Kuda, like, yeah, man, about these bitches, man, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad as fuck. I was like, man, what the fuck?
Why you mad, bro? Listen, bro,
Like,
I was not listen. I'm gonna tell you something, Joey. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't misconstrue when I give motherfuckers information. I'm not trying to save none of them niggas, bro. I'm just making an example of how not to be like these niggas. That's it. That's
oh,
it.
okay.
I'm not here to say. Listen. You saw what happened, right? So he's an example of what not to be. And I knew, because people are predictable and stupid, what he was going to do next, right? Because he kept slipping. Like, he didn't show no signs of progress. Like, that nigga is a lost cause. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever that nigga been through. Listen, nigga, you got like 11 brothers and sisters, right? Like you say, you like the youngest. You got parents, nigga. Like there's no excuse for you to be like that unless you chose to be like no excuse. Like niggas got worse lives than you are not crying about motherfucking life, nigga. You got a little bit of adversity and you over here crying like your leg got chopped off and you begging for change on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you want the world to leave you alone and you want to be in a quiet place, just live in your parents' basement for the rest of your life, my nigga. Sitting up there eating motherfucking like cookie dough and shit. Go do that, bro. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? But this is when I say that we have gotten so civilized in society where natural selection don't come into play, nigga. Like if I was his parent and he was acting like that, I get that nigga a mission to go to the forest to get me some honey and some shit. Let the bear take the nigga out. Nigga, move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's why they used to take it. Yo, we need to go back to Spartan rules, nigga. Like, I get the kid at 12. You know, he ain't up underneath your titty. I'm going to train this little nigga up. And in 3 years, nigga, I'm going to send you out in the forest, nigga. You need to come back, nigga. I'm going to give you this fucking dagger, nigga, and a backpack. And you figure that shit the fuck out, nigga. See you in a week, homie. Like, yo, and if you can figure that shit out, nigga, then you know what it takes to be a man. At the bare minimum, take care of yourself, nigga. Like, yo, the nigga already, like, yo, we so civilized that the nigga can take care. The nigga can only take care of himself within the system that he's complaining about. Like, imagine if the system didn't exist, my nigga. Imagine it, yo, nobody can do shit by themselves.
Man, the Ruby fucked up. You be seeing a lot of niggas dying, bro.
Of course, nigga, that's exactly, of course. Why you like, yo? Think about it like this, right? So you got your thing, yo, Joe. You got your thing, right? Where you don't got a problem with females, right? So you only getting the dude coming at you, asking you about how to get the chicks, right? Imagine back in the day where only the strongest niggas ran shit.
How far are we going back though? Are you talking about like back in like how far? Like give me the years.
Nigga, we can go back to the 50s and 60s, nigga. You know why? I know it. Because guess what? Like what I'm gonna tell you, guess what? Them niggas wouldn't even be able to be in your vicinity to get close to you to ask you them fucking questions.
Of course.
That's how civilized we is. We so civilized.
Bro, I'm gonna be like Mr. You know, back then, you know, those girls used to be horny for what's his name? The Mr. Milkman. But Mr. Milkman was destroying women's pussy left and right. Dropping some milk. Hey, I got some milk for you, Sean.
Yeah. I got some milk.
Yeah.
I got some milk for that ass.
Yeah, man. Like it was, but see, that's what I'm saying is it's a lot of these soft shell niggas running around here. Well, men, I ain't gonna say niggas because it's a pandemic of this bullshit, bro. It's soft shell motherfucking men running around crying about shit and not doing nothing about it. If you a man, the world don't give a fuck about you, man.
Bro,
Like,
listen, bro, like, bro, Dre, I had my live stream earlier, bro. I wish you was there, man, because Toya was Miss Toya and Miss Cajun was dropping some jewels. And and Toya was telling her little story, you know, whatever. Yeah, go on my live stream, check it out. And Toya was saying something like, as a woman from her part, she was like, yo, you know, I kinda did feel a little embarrassed that I had to take care of this dude, and he was a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, what, for real? And El Nixon was talking about it because El Nixon was letting me know, and Toya was letting me know, like, yeah, there's some grown ass niggas out here can't even do the basic shit. You know what I'm saying? Take care of themselves. I was like, what, for real? I said, this shit crazy.
Because I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is, man. This is what happened when men ain't in the community. Fuck the home, the community, bro. Like it's a thing where men ain't in the community, and if you ain't in the community as men, you know what I mean, you don't learn like how you need to learn properly. You know what I mean, with the margin of error. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said with the Spartan shit, they just didn't take the little kids, snatch them from their mama's arms, and just throw them out there in the forest. They taught them niggas shit. Now, if that nigga paid attention or not, that's on him. But the test was coming, and how he performed, they put him in certain places in society. Like, yo, you good enough? You know what I mean? You good enough to survive, nigga, but you ain't Spartan material, so we gonna send you out there to the field. And you gonna supply the wheat and the straw and the food for the army, my nigga. Not everybody can go in the army, and you are the last line of defense to protect the women while we gone. You get what I'm saying? Like, while we go over here rape, pillage, and plunder, like, yo, nigga, you little brolic, you ain't too smart, but you brolic as fuck, right? So we gonna put you in the army, my nigga. Yeah, yo, you gotta think about it, man. Everybody, like, we getting to this point, bro, where we give motherfuckers, we don't put motherfuckers in their rightful lane and let them feel comfortable in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's trying to, like, motherfucking do multiple things at once and be in other people's lanes and shit. Like, yo, the nigga kept saying, I'm multifaceted. I can do a lot of shit. Nigga, you do a lot of shit and you ain't good at none of it. You need to do one fucking thing, nigga. Focus on that one fucking thing, nigga. Like, get that shit straight. And
one fucking thing.
Yes, nigga. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
yo, it's sad. Man. It's sad to see a lot of dudes out there are broken hearted, bro. Like, they can't even just navigate the world knowing that they're bitch, bro. Like, bro, I even know 50-year-old niggas, man, and miserable and drinking Parmesan and dying. What happened to, like, just because what happened to him 20 years ago, back in 19...
Don't forget white girl too.
Wait, what happened, bro? I ain't heard you, Rashawn.
It'd be crazy with that slaw, man.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, I was just saying that, like, yeah, I know an older man. He was in his 50s, man, drinking Parmesan, smoking like crazy. You know, smoking fucking 10, like 8 packs of fucking cigarettes and shit. Spending money on fucking, you know, using his exercise check, you know, just to live, you know, spending on bullshit. And that nigga still crying to this day about his ex-wife that broke his heart back in 1998, while his ex-wife is living her best life to this day, bro. She ain't studying that nigga.
Of course not, man.
Like, bro, that I'm telling you, bro, like, I see a lot of miserable shit. Like, when you hear an older nigga talk, like, in his 50s, 60s, you like, man, I can tell you how back in the day, bro. Yeah, I was out here swinging. And then, but when I met my wife, you know what I'm saying? And then a couple years later, man, she cheated on me, bro. Bro, I ain't never trust a bitch day in my life, my nigga. Like that nigga still talking about his high school sweetheart who he dreamed to be with, and that nigga still looking at that, like that nigga still stalking her to this day on Facebook, my nigga. Like, damn, man, I should have fucked her a long time ago, bro. Like, nigga, what? Like, that was my dream girl. And you know, you got some older niggas be like, you know, I believe in love at first sight. I was like, you mean lust at first sight? Cause I don't know about love at first sight. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Like most men, like I ain't saying you, Joey, like because you know what I mean.
No, you
like
good.
Said, man, yeah, I ain't saying you, but most men, man, niggas like a man ain't a man for most men if they ain't get their heart snatched out of their chest and kicked in the middle of trash. You know what I'm saying by a chick. Like it don't matter what it happened to you. It's like a rite of passage, my nigga. It hardens you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It gets you on your shit. The problem is that these niggas just sat there and cried while the motherfucking 18-wheelers rolled over their shit, nigga. They ain't go their ass out there and pick up their shit and put it back in, nigga. Yeah, like that's all these niggas is doing, man. Is like they're sitting up here, man, and they're trauma bonding, man. They're sitting up there crying on each other's shoulders. Like that's that nigga that you would see in the movies sitting at the bar by himself, drinking and shit.
Yo, that remind me of the movie Class Act. Remember there was 3 niggas in the fucking couch that was drinking and shit, and it was wondering like how the fuck kid put in bitch. Like damn.
Like whenever you see some shit, man, like these dudes, they don't know how to get over this shit, man. Like they don't know how to move forward and just be more aware of their surroundings, man. Like you gonna make mistakes. Like these niggas don't know how to recover from L's, my nigga. That's why I'd rather be a villain, nigga. Villains always recover from L's, nigga.
Of course, bro. Like, listen, hey, have you ever noticed in every fucking comics, right? In every fucking comic series, right? The villain always pulled the baddest bitch in the fucking room. In other words, nigga, like I'm the fucking Joker and I pull fucking Harley Quinn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? While the superhero, he pulled a decent chick. That's alright. But if you want to calm down, if you want to be real, cause on reality wise, I guarantee you, if you choose Harley Quinn or Lois Lane, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm just using like symbolically, you know what I'm saying? Symbolically. So the bad bitch is gonna win. Why? Because this bitch can fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? She be in the trenches with the nigga. That's why. You know what I'm saying? While Lois Lane, she ain't went to the trenches like that. She don't know how to recover and fight, you know what I'm saying? Fight bitches like that. You know? But on some real shit, like villains, that's why I fuck with I fuck with villains because villains had one of the most deepest stories ever. You know what I'm saying? And also, the thing is, I ain't like, for example, on Joker, right? Now, I believe Joker is a motherfucking pimp for real though. They made Joker look like a pimp. The way that nigga dressed. If you look at how he was back in 1960s, they made that nigga look like a pimp. You know, for real. And how he fucking pimp smacked fucking Harley Quinn and shit on a fucking comment. You know what I'm saying?
We do not condone the abuse of women. Or watch this is a PSA announcement.
Yo.
These niggas condone beating women. I do not condone beating a female, but I do condone or shaking a bitch if she get out of pocket. No, it's okay.
That's why I fuck with the dark side. You know what I'm saying?
But yo,
a lot of these niggas, listen, this is why I'm gonna tell you why niggas act the way they act. It's because niggas was told a lie in the fucking square world that being Mr. Goody Two-Shoe was the way of life. And then when reality hit, they found out like, man, the villains get the bitches more than the fucking good guy. You get what I'm saying? Okay, this is a show, right? This is a movie, or actually this is a show on Netflix. and it's called Sex Life. I don't know if y'all seen it. Now, the show itself is predictable. It's really predictable. It's just about a woman being unsatisfied. She got a good dude, a good husband who is a provider, and then you got this bad boy who named Brad, and but he owned her sexually, that she belonged to him sexually, and the good guy, he was just being a provider. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is, more to the story is the villain always get the bitches. It's just how life is, bro. But the thing is, most of these dudes, most of these black dudes, actually they ain't just black dudes, all men, right? All right. So this ain't a color thing, but if we're gonna specifically talk about our community, niggas was so I remember niggas back in high school was cuddling up with girls holding each other hand like, yeah, that's my baby, you know what I'm saying? You know, and cuff on a bitch, man, caping over her shit, cupcaking, like talking about, yeah, you know, you my chick forever.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, man. Like the problem in society, man, is we don't have a separation between hoes and state. Right?
Wait, say that again? Drake, say
There's,
that again?
there's not a separation between hoes and state, man. So the problem is that there are women out there that are square. They don't want to do all that. They want to just be with a dude, and the dude want to be with a chick. The problem is that we have allowed hoes to mix into society and not separate hoes and state. You know what I'm saying? Like let them percolate in society, man. Like they have a part of the ecosystem. Don't let them interbreed and intermingle so they can go under the radar. And then the other regular chicks, right, that ain't about that life. You know what I mean? Because you hear a lot of chicks complaining about they whole phase and how they mad about life and you know certain that bullshit
So
ass
what?
feminism shit and fuck
So
their
what is
head up.
what is look, bro? So what is a whole phase? Like literally,
Everybody
because
got a
I've been
hole.
hearing that
You know what
square ass term, bro,
I
and because when I hear a woman say a whole phase, I don't think of a term like she's in the game because me come from the game, plays in the
Nah, they
game.
just usually say it.
We call it season. Like you're in this, you know, you're having your season. But
Yeah,
when I hear a square chick say she having her whole phase, I'm thinking of a term. Okay, she's probably having fun, living her life, and just
right.
having sex. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think. But
Yeah,
to call it a whole phase, no.
yeah.
No.
Well,
But I mean,
I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? And this is what I'm saying is that for you to like a lot of times just because I don't live a certain lifestyle does not mean that I dis like I'm gonna put it to you like this. Does not mean that I deconstruct certain societal norms and certain cultures that reign in certain majorities of other places, right? So like I accept your life or how you live it, right? No judgment, right? But on the other side, you have to accept that people that majority of people don't live your lifestyle. So you have to understand that those people shouldn't actually be in your lifestyle unless they want to live that lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? Like
oh yeah,
the women,
definitely, I
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
agree, bro.
So the women that live in your life, like the women that accept your lifestyle, they know what it comes with, so they have to be prepared for certain consequences, certain things like that. But you give them that room to just live, right? You don't judge them by that. But they also know, right? They also know that once they in that lifestyle, they can't go back to the other part of society. You get what I'm saying? And if they do, they're going to have a problem because of how they do things. So, whole phase for women that's on the square side of the game, right? Or for men that's on the square side of the game, because men have their own phases too, where they fucking all these bitches and shit like that, right? All these other women or whatever, right? Or however way they do it, right? Um, there's a consequence, right? And the consequence is that the consequence is that if a woman's running around and doing her thing, then the consequence is she'll get pregnant, right? Now that doesn't necessarily mean she'll have a kid, but if she doesn't have that kid and that kid goes away, and she does this multiple times, the likelihood of her having and obviously trying to be a mother later on in life goes down tremendously. You get what I'm saying? The woman can't just be getting abortions all the goddamn time and then have a kid later on in life. It doesn't happen like that. It actually brings a lot of female consequences. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
so the next thing is that those women that are not with that mentality or with the right person. You get what I'm saying? Like she's got to be with the right person. Like the women that may approach you and like how you live the life, and they wanna how should I say, they want to explore their season, right? You have the perfect temperament to allow them to explore their season, but you also keep them in a certain line, right? Where they can explore that, and if they don't want to be there no more and their season is over with, they can roll out. Because you're gonna keep the church's secret, right? You're not gonna air them out. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna be on some whole "you my property, bitch." You're not actually trying to how should I say it? You're not trying to control, and all of that other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because you know how the game works. You don't, you know what I mean? Niggas think pimps just run up, find a chick, slap them into the game. No, they actually petition to be in the game. And a lot of pimps actually deny a lot of contracts and applications because they understand that the woman that they're dealing with, they're not doing it for the right reasons, or they just want to do it because they just want to see how it is, and this is not a lifestyle you can jump in and out of so easy because there's repercussions, right? So
of course, that's why like not every woman are capable of to be participate in that lifestyle. Like me, like if I was gonna have my season of game, like you know what I'm saying, I know for a fact not every square woman has the potential to do it. Now I will find a square woman for a fact who has the potential to participate. You know what I'm saying? But not all square women are gonna participate. Just like girls in the game, they're already having their season. I know what type of woman I'm dealing with, you know, because I know how to navigate that type of realm and that world. The thing is, it's like a secret. It's like in that world, like from a pimp of hoe community, it's like a secret society in a way.
There you go.
You know, everybody's aware of it, but nobody doesn't like you know, care much about it. You know, because only ones who do care much about it is only the people who glorify it. You get what I'm saying?
There you go. And they don't even do it like that. The real ones
and yeah, exactly. So, but it's not my fault for me as a man, for me to convince a woman or persuade a woman to participate in the lifestyle, because she already in her mind wants to participate automatically. You get what I'm saying? So she wants to explore it. Ain't me. I ain't turned out the bitch yet. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, well, I don't use the word turn out. I haven't introduced to her the game yet. But she's already curious enough to know for a fact that she wants to participate. Because it's already in her. You know what I'm saying? It varies because my bad, Drake, go ahead.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I said is like America is really sexually repressed, right? So you got that. Well, maybe a woman wants to explore that, right? Or a man wants to explore that side of it, right? But they don't want to totally be a trick. And they don't, and a female and a woman doesn't want to totally be quote unquote a hoe, right? Maybe she wants to participate in it, but there's no realm for her to participate in it safely, where she can just go on. Like people, you know what I'm saying? Like you got the whole like if you go to different parts of the different cultures of the world, these women be walking around doing their thing, regular chicks, and then they doing their thing, and then they got a place where they can go where they walk down the joint. There's some dudes in there, and they get dicked down by these.
Yeah, dudes. I was going to talk to you about that too, Drake, because I know you travel around the world, and I know you've been to countries like Canada, for example. It's illegal prostitution in Canada. Over here in America, they want to make money out of criminalizing it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's hypocritical in this country. You know what I'm saying? And just because they make the laws doesn't mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, this country was built by gangs, and in those same gangs, they had prostitutes on the side. If you go back 100 years ago, they had whorehouses in every block in their fucking streets. You know what I'm saying? Even brothels, and you had street women. But in this country, They want to play the economic game and say this is bad,
Right.
bad. But when you step out and go overseas and go other countries and see other prostitutes, which is legalized over there in their country, you see these girls walking normally in the streets, and they probably may say hi to you, like, "Hey, what's up?" Probably be nice to you,
So they don't
whatever.
even
Like,
be
damn,
walking,
what?
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't even be walking, bro. Like like they don't walk. Like there's a red light district for a reason, right? The red light district, they ain't walking, bro. They sitting like you walk past the spot, right? And then they sit they like there's a person standing there. You walk up and they on like a bulletin board, and you pick,
Mm.
and then you go in the room. They don't walk, bro. They in the room, they do their thing, and they roll the fuck out, man. Like yo, they like and if you walking down the street and you fucking with a bitch that's walking, that means she ain't a part of the enterprise. That means you playing with your life. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like nigga, like I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? And then I'm gonna throw you on the other side of the game, right? There's like it's not just exclusive for men because everybody think prostitution is exclusive like for men and like men getting women. No, it's women that go on the other side of the red light district where it's men prostitutes for women, where they pay money to get tighten the fuck up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
There's women out there will
AKA
fuck around,
Goose Bigelow.
yeah.
they will pay a prostitute for the husband just to get the husband get the rocks off and shit. You know,
Yeah,
there's a
man.
lot of various
Hold
reasons
on,
and
man.
shit.
Hold on, man.
Very.
I'm gonna show you this one, G's. Hold on. I did this on my channel where I was showing, like in Japan, right? In Japan, right? Um, hold on, where's your boss? Um, right? So in Japan, they got two things. They got it's this dude in Japan, right? He a gigolo, right? Right? So he's a male prostitute, but he works in the host bar and shit. If you ever played that game Yakuza and shit, right? The dudes that's got the hair all spiked up with the collars and shit, the chicks come in. Those are male prostitutes where chicks come into the actual spot and drop like 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 racks on these niggas for them to entertain them and drink with them and hear their problems. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's one dude. So this dude is walking around, right? And I'm gonna break this down to you, right? Dude's walking down. I'm gonna give it to you right here. That's the link, right? This dude is a male prostitute walking with an ex female porn star interviewing him, and he got broads in there that got men, got boyfriends, and they come to him to get tightened the fuck up.
Mm.
And he's got to have a license. He can't just be out there hoeing. He got to have a license. It's a class. You got to get a certification in hoeing. A certification in hoeing. Let me say it again for the motherfuckers in the back. A certification for hoeing. Y'all over here tricking, and you ain't fucking with bitches that don't got a certification. A master's degree in twerking. Can we make hoeing great again? I'm like, listen, the reason why I say this is that it works in society because it separates things. Now, if people can get their little fantasies or whatever they repression done, so when it comes to building and getting that out of your system at an early age, under the guise of not having to risk some shit, with your rest of your future on the line, then the next thing you do is you go forward, and then you know, all right, I got that out of my system. I'm not really on that. I got a dude, I got a female. We can live the square lifestyle. We can build a family and keep broken homes from happening and all this extra shit. But motherfuckers in America that told motherfuckers and lied to them from the 1960s. And it really wasn't, and listen, man, a lot of this shit ain't got shit to do with black people. It got shit to do with motherfucking white folk because they was doing too much. Prostitution became illegal because the white folk was doing too much. Had nothing to do
Yeah,
with
man.
niggas.
You know, like you never seen how white women was back 100 years ago when
Niggas. Shit, they didn't
back
even
then
act
they
like
never called themselves groupies, but there was like you see like the waitress order, but there were actual hoes. These were actual prostitutes,
yeah.
and there was a lot of white women during that time period until after the Great Depression,
Yep.
1930s, when the economic crash. That's when shit went south from there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then from there, because they realized like, damn, the fucking prostitutes getting paid off of me and shit, and I'm losing money. You know what I'm saying? So fuck these bitches. That's how they treated that. But back then, they was treating prostitutes with respect and high dignity. And you see how it was, back in Las Vegas, back in 1910s, like damn, they was treating them with respect. But somehow, some odd reason, because this ain't no black people thing. This is an all human thing, for real, for real. And particularly this American society. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's like they was treating the hoes with respect, but now somehow, some way, shape, or form, after the Great Depression, that's when shit was going south. You know what I'm saying? So we was flourishing before that. Like that's why nowadays you got President Joe Biden, and you got what's the name, the vice president, legalize prostitution, which I ain't bothering me because I know for a fact the society itself is gonna be flourishing again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's part of the ecosystem. It's part of the ecosystem. Because if you look at all cultures and other countries, man, their prostitutes legalized down there. They got certified fucking license shit, and they just chilling, living and making bread, living life. You know what I'm saying? While this society, they want to criminalize it and dehumanize it, saying this is wrong because it's based on the law, which is hypocritical. Because these are the same people who in high positions paying escorts and prostitutes behind closed doors, but will turn around and tell the pimp like me and say, man, you're wrong for out here pimping. I'm like, nigga, what? You was out here paying my hoe.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the
just
thing.
Like you remember in Prince Club, you remember that one scene with the cops and shit, and you remember all them dudes. Come on, bro, they still do that shit to this day. They still do the shit to this day. Paying strippers behind closed doors to dance for them and shit, and then doing X, Y, and Z. This is real shit, but they will turn around saying you're wrong. You get what I'm saying? Because it's against the law. Like, man, get fuck out of it. It's hypocritical. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna be just straight up honest with you, right? Is that, and this is the reason why I'm gonna put it to you like this. Pimps don't pay taxes.
Say it again.
Pimps don't pay taxes. See, let me put it to you like this, right? The reason why prostitution is legal in these other countries, right, and not in America, is because pimps in America decided they don't want to pay taxes. Or the mob, right? You know what I mean? The mob, right? The mobs, whatever mob you want to do, Italian, Russian, whatever, right? Now they're decriminalizing prostitution on the Eastern Seaboard, from New York all the way down, probably down to Virginia, right? That's what's going to happen. It's going to turn into a what? It's going to turn into a taxable bracket. And they already did it. Why you think on Instagram? Why you think on Instagram they start hitting motherfuckers with tax? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you think?
It's Fred. Don't take it so hard. It could have been worse.
Yo, Juan G's, lower your music down, bro. We can't hear Drake.
People dead. I might get the electric chair. You tell me it could have been worse?
Yo, like, why you think? Why you think?
Hell,
why you think OnlyFans? A chick, when she jump on the dual, get an account on OnlyFans, she got to fill out a tax form. They taxing hoeing, and it's because they know these, like they say, hoes is winning. No, the government is winning, nigga, because they gonna tax them. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is taxable, especially after this whole worldwide pandemic. Ain't nobody flying underneath the radar. They just changed it. Did you know they just changed that? They trying to make it the date that the government is trying to say Before it was anything under $10,000, you didn't have to report it on taxes if someone gave you money or something, like a bank transfer. It wasn't really like that, right? Under 10,000, right? Collectively, motherfuckers was trying to take that shit down to 250.
Wow.
That doesn't affect you because that doesn't affect the next nigga. That affects who? That affects what? That affects the criminal element or what they say criminal, but they're going to legalize it, but they need a way of getting money, no different than them legalizing fucking weed.
Just like in Texas, bro, they made it illegal to be a trick in Texas. They illegalized it. Now
but
how the fuck the hoe gonna get paid in Texas?
No, but they made it illegal. They made it illegal to be a trick in Texas, but that doesn't stop motherfuckers from tricking.
Of course.
But they need to fill up the jail, like you said, right? Because guess what? You send a nigga to jail, taxpayer money has to keep that fucking inmate straight. Then you get slave labor off of the inmate because you only got to pay him like $3 or some bullshit for them working a whole fucking day, which they take whatever they make it in jail and sell it to the public. Rinse and fucking repeat, right? So then what motherfuckers do is if they don't want to get caught and the tricks don't want to get caught and the pimps don't want to get caught, guess what they do? They move that shit to Oklahoma. They move that shit to Nevada, out there in Arizona and shit, right? In New Mexico, right? Out in those counties. Where in Nevada, guess what? Long as you apply for a license and shit like that, and you ain't in Las Vegas and you in those counties, you can have a whole house. You can see that? That's why like, you know what I mean? They know what they doing, but when a state loses money, why you think all these states, like think about it like this, why you think all these states are legalizing goddamn weed? Because they saw what Colorado did. Colorado was in a deficit. Now them motherfuckers is making fucking dumb money. But guess what else is popping in Colorado that people don't want to talk about? Hoeing. And they decriminalized hoeing in Colorado. Ain't nobody going to Aspen, nigga. Niggas don't go to Colorado. Nigga, think about it. The only thing you knew about Colorado, nigga, was skiing. And everybody don't goddamn ski. But everybody gonna smoke some weed. Hey, listen, think about how many people go to Colorado to pick up some weed. A lot. They go up there to pick up some fucking weed because ain't nobody trying to fly. Even if like you can drive to Colorado if you want to, right? You know what I mean? Like you can fly up to Colorado if you want the East Coast. You know what I mean? You go over there for the weekend, you smoke out, nigga, you do your thing. But then all this money.
Once again for that motherfucker.
I'm listening, bro.
Yeah. I heard the motherfucker says shit. But everybody's like, if people don't realize this, is that that's why I said this shit. I said this shit to SKC, right? He didn't like what I said. He couldn't get it. He couldn't understand it. He couldn't fathom the shit. I said morality is for the weak. The strong do not operate on a moral compass. They make up a
definitely, bro. Let's talk about that shit. Cause bro, we was just talking about that. Ain't me, you and King was talking about that shit on the because moral people. That's why I told Misha and them, like, nigga, I said I'm a man of no morals because I don't believe having morality. Now a lot of people may think I'm evil as fuck, but they don't understand that I'm bracing my nature. Cause you know, if you study nature, right? When you look at the animal kingdom, you study the nature of life, right? Nature is not supposed to be conquered, it's supposed to be understanding. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand your alchemy, man, the world is yours. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not a person of morality bullshit. That's why the most people who have morals, they're mainly the ones who are hypocritical people. You know what I'm saying? Because they talk a good game. That's why I never believe in sin and all that bullshit. You know, all that, you know, the good book shit. You know what I'm saying? And I actually agree with you, bro, because that's some real nigga shit. And I fuck with it.
Yo, it's like when you pragmatic about a lot of shit, right? Like, and you do a lot of other things, it's like you start understanding power dynamics. You get what I'm saying? And when I start understanding the power dynamics of the people that run society, like I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? I was driving my car, and like in Japan, if you don't park in a parking spot, right, You know what I'm saying? And you park on the street and the police, and you know what I mean? You can park on the street as long as you in the car, you good, right? If you get out the car, you gonna get a ticket. And it ain't like a $10 or $20 ticket, it's like a $50 to $150 ticket, right? So this Yakuza dude gets out of his whip. Not only does the nigga get out of his whip, he doesn't even park like on the curb. Right? This nigga like parks with his shit like kind of in traffic. You know what I mean? Like right next to a car. Pops out of his whip, walks into the store. I'm watching this shit. I'm in the whip. My wife is in the whip, right? Because I was waiting for her to get out the store. And she's like, "Hey, you ready to go?" I said, "No, I want to see this." I saw the meter maid come walking up, right? The meter maid come walking up. So the meter maid was doing a job, giving the motherfucker a ticket. The Yakuza dude comes out and start just like snatching the meter maid up by the throat, like like took the ticket and like tore that shit up, threw it in his face, and then got on the phone, right? So I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Oh shit, this shit about to go down, right?" She's like, look, and she's like, "Oh shit." My wife's like, "Oh shit." The police pull up. The Yakuza dude was talking shit to the cop, right? The cop start talking shit to the meter maid. The meter maid apologized to the Yakuza dude. The Yakuza dude jumped in his whip and drove the fuck off.
Wow.
Right? Now, when I sat up there and I looked at that power dynamic, I learned something real quick. The Yakuza dude called the cops. The meter maid didn't. The Yakuza dude called the cops to let the cops know that this motherfucker doesn't know not to give me a ticket because I'm better than everybody else. A regular Joe would got a ticket. A couple of people got a ticket. They were even talking to the meter maid. The meter maid like, whatever, right? The police saw it happen. The police was like, nah. But this is the power dynamic. The rules are set for the weak. The people in power set the rules for the weak. They don't have to follow the rules because they make the fucking rules. They show this all the fucking time. They show it all the fucking time. That's how it works. Society has always been working like that since the beginning of fucking time. And don't think that these motherfuckers don't got problems. Look, anytime you see a person in power get taken down by the same laws that a regular everyday Joe is taken down, that's a power. That's a power move by somebody else in power to take the motherfucker down. That has nothing to do with justice. Justice applies for like whoever, like in between. You know what I'm saying? Like they say justice is blind, but why does Lady Justice got scales? Because that means whoever pays the most get the fuck up out of there. That's what that actually means. That's what those scales mean. You look at the statue of Lady Justice, justice is blind because what it means is whoever paid the price, whoever has the best lawyers, the best backing. Think about it like the Rittenhouse kid. That whole thing was set up so he can get the fuck off. The judge suppressing information, suppressing evidence, off of the prosecution, off of the fucking prosecution. Where you got a black girl that was getting fucking molested and beat on, and she used the gun to defend herself finally, and she's sitting there rotting in prison. I'm like, think about that for a second. She was a teenager when that shit was happening. She was abducted. She was fucking trafficking. They trafficked her ass. Being abused and all this other shit. And she's still sitting in jail for standing her ground in a stand your ground state like Florida. But guess what? You let this motherfucker white boy get the fuck off by suppressing evidence and shit. And guess what they said in her trial? They called her abuser a victim. But this nigga traveled from state to state. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about the dynamics, then they put the little white boy on TV. He on Tucker Carlson, CNN, all this extra shit. Y'all just
Give him a whole interview and everything, man. That
whole interview, man. Crazy, right? Because that's a power move. Because here's the thing. Those white boys, the white people that got shot, They were actually a part of the fucking same movement he was a part of. They was instigators. That was basically to let them know, let anybody know. Ain't nobody going to jail no more if motherfuckers start shooting and firing on each other. We just gonna let it happen.
Some
That's
bird
basically what it is. Yeah, bro. They're like I'm telling you, think about it like this, right? After that Rittenhouse verdict, motherfucker was riding and fucking shit up. But you don't see it on the news, do you? You know why? You know why? You hear about it, but you don't see it on the news. You know why you don't see it on the news? I'm gonna tell you why you don't see it on the news. Because it's white people riding against white people. There's no niggas involved at all. Niggas ain't got shit to do with that. That's what I'm saying, man. Morality and rules are set forth to keep regular everyday Joes in line. And the people in power, the only time that the rules apply to them is when another person in power is making a power grab or making an example out of them.
That sound like from the R War, bro.
That's what it is, bro.
Bro, bro. I fucks with this shit. It's some real shit.
Yo, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bro. You got
it's like in Star Wars, bro. You remember the rebellions, bro? Like, bro.
Yeah.
Man, you don't get me started.
No, but think about it, man. Think about this, right? Here's another catch, right? Let's talk about Bill Cosby for a second. Right? I ain't condoning or nothing the nigga did, but I'm just saying like this. Bill Cosby was fucking, drugging, and smashing down white bitches, right? In a time, right? We talking about the 60s, 70s, and 80s where we have documented evidence of if a black man looked at a white woman wrong, the nigga get killed, lynched, or go to jail. So why was Bill Cosby allowed for so long to get away with this shit? Because he was good for the power structure. And when he decided to usurp power, they decided to take this nigga down. Let's look at the R. Kelly situation. Let's look at the Lil Wayne situation. Our President Trump gonna get this nigga a pardon, my nigga, right after he sold off his catalog to motherfucking Universal and shit. Like, how did the police knew that this nigga, the nigga did not have, like, check this out. The nigga Wayne did not have a gun on him. It was his security that had the gun. And since he owned a private jet, since he's a felon, he's not supposed to have a gun. But the security had the gun, but the security is able to carry because they have what? They have licensing to carry because they are an armed security force. So why did Lil Wayne go to jail? It was all an excuse to get this nigga off his money because him and Baby did the backdoor deal to get Universal to kick off the money because of him and Baby was playing both sides into the middle. And they didn't like it. So then we can cause your ass to come up off that money, Wayne, by putting you in the clink. Hitting you with some fan charges that'll give you 10 years in jail. So then you're going to have to pay to play. So he had to give him that. Then all of a sudden, Trump going to let this nigga out of jail and shit. Give him a pardon so he's immediately released.
Because there's a power structure involved.
There you go.
It's a power move.
It's a power move. Yeah, there you go.
It's about, because for real, let's put it this way. The reason why white folks win every war when it comes down like our organization, right? Mm-hmm. You went from, there's only one thing that whoop our ass that we do not utilize within our community. Mm-hmm. And that is brilliance. And they use brilliance against us to win every fucking battle without violence.
No, it's not. No, they use violence, man. It's just like this.
They use violence, but remember, what they utilize first before violence? Brilliance, right?
No, it's not even brilliance, man. I'm explaining something to you. It's not even brilliance. They don't use brilliance. What they use is black people in America have this ridiculous thing with morality. There's no morality in war. You get it done however way you need to get it done. There's certain lines that we won't cross, right? As people collectively, right? You get what I'm saying? There's certain things that we won't do. There's certain ways we won't stoop. There's certain avenues or certain things that we won't go through or do certain things. They have no qualms with running up in the church and killing motherfuckers. Kids, they don't care, right? They have no qualms with fucking attacking water supplies and shit. That'll kill a whole thing. I have knowing lead paint poisoning or moving motherfuckers into some shit that's going to slowly kill them off and shit. They have no problems with destroying your future, which is your children. That's where they attack first. You know what I mean? They take out the men and then they take out your children. You get what I'm saying? That's the two prongs of attack. And what they do is they get and they do that on purpose, right? Because that is warfare. That is ancient warfare, right? You take out the water supply, right? Like Sansu's Art of War, right? Take out the water supply. You know what I mean? Like So-So in Three Kingdoms, right? When he was outnumbered and outgunned and all this other shit, you know what he did? He didn't fight the army head on. He motherfucking did a diversion. He sent a group of troops as a diversion to get into a fight, knowing that they were going to lose the battle, attack these motherfuckers, knew they was going to chase him, knowing he was going to lose some troops when he did it. Then he took the rest of his regiment and attacked their supply lines, destroyed their supplies and burnt their granaries to the ground. Because what? Guess what? An army can't fight on an empty stomach. Then he started doing fucking hit and run tactics the whole fucking time because they had to rush the war. His adversaries, whittling them down. Guess what they got to do? They got to start killing their horses to eat. You get what I'm saying? So now you take down that cavalry, which was their best thing. It was a war of attrition. That's how he won. That's how So-So won, right? That's how he did that. We don't have that mindset because we've been taught this fucking thing of morality, right? That if we do the good thing, if we follow these rules and regulations, like we always try to appeal to the morality state. And you know how you get people like that? You shove religion down their fucking throat. You shove religion down their fucking throat, and then they live on this moral high horse and shit. And then you give them a doctrine of self-sacrifices for the greater good, of turn the other cheek, of all this extra shit. You get what I'm saying? But you don't, you know what I mean? You don't want people to understand that or know that, right? Because then they'll turn against you, right? And then you throw some diversions at them. Like you like think about all of the leaders that they push up, right? Like they don't put Malcolm X up, right? But they push up Martin Luther King because Malcolm X wasn't about getting his ass beat. See that? Like you hear about Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi. You hear about all of these for civil rights or human rights or peacefully protesting. What Mahatma Gandhi was known for? Peacefully protesting, starving himself to death. The fuck?
Bro,
Look, I don't care if you don't eat, nigga. That don't hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? But how do people know that he's doing that, right? Like you got the other thing about the dudes in Tibet, right? The monks in Tibet that are getting persecuted. You know what they did? They got outside. The whole national world saw what they did, and they set themselves on fire. Right?
Shaking my head.
You know what I mean? Set themselves on fire, right? Right? And everybody like, oh God, guess what? The monks still getting persecuted. You know what I'm saying? But when the Mongols was getting persecuted, Genghis Khan ain't set himself on fire. He started setting the enemy on fire. You get what I'm saying? And every time you listen to YouTube, you hear these niggas trauma bonding, setting themselves on fire. Instead of doing something about it in their own life and pushing this shit and getting off of this moral high horse. Okay, if hoes is winning, nigga, then change the environment so they'll stop winning. The fuck are you complaining for? Like, what the fuck? Stop participating. How you gonna sit up
Bro,
here
it
and say,
remind you.
yeah,
You remember in Spider-Man 1, bro, when Green Goblin and Spider-Man had that talk?
yeah.
And you remember that conversation with Green Goblin? Cause Green Goblin said something really deep. He was like, he said, your own city, you said you may save, he said you may save the people here, but those same people you saving may turn against you. They will hate you down the line. He said, me and you are make our path. I chose my path and you chose your path. And
Yeah.
be real honest with you,
Mhm.
after that talk, to be honest with you, I ain't look at Green Goblin as that quote unquote, because I looked at him as kind of like an anti-hero in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because he was spitting some real shit. You
It's like
know,
most villains. Listen, man. Most villains. It's like this. It's like you said. If like like most. I'm gonna say it like this, right? Most villains, man. Like heroes react to villains, right? Like they're
mm-hmm,
there. Like if you think about it, if you think about a superhero, right? A superhero is your conservative, and your villain is your libertarian. Because the superhero is literally there to save the society as it is. You
mm-hmm,
get what I'm saying? Now your anti-hero, right? Your anti-hero is a different type of libertarian, right? Now your villain is on some nihilistic shit, but then there's a chaos element, and with chaos brings change, right? Because you're going against the environment. Like think about it. Every time you go, like you know when they develop some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you live in a neighborhood when they're developing some shit, right? They start tearing
mm-hmm.
down some shit. Well, that wasn't originally in the environment, right? The environment was this. So they cause chaos in the environment. Something's going to be affected, right? Like you have to have the law of equivalent exchange. Like this is always through everything, right? So if you change something in the environment, of course something's going to be affected. Something has to be affected because things can't stay the same forever.
Right. It's that
Yeah,
cause and effect.
there's a
So,
cause and effect, right? There's the change. That's called
mm-hmm,
the evolution, right? The evolution, the energies have to come together to align to evolve something into something else, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like anything else. Like 20 years ago, when I was 20, you know what I mean? When I was 20 years old, like, I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't have kids. I didn't think about a family and this shit like that. Nigga, I was trying to just live my best life. Nigga, that's what I'm trying to do,
I'm
right?
living my best life.
But then let's just say 10 years ago when I was 30, you know, I got a family, kids, you know, I'm doing my thing, you know, whatever, but I'm trying to navigate certain things because now it's not about me. It's about them. And then I gotta set forth certain things and whatever. So I have to do what? I have to give energy, right? And I have to go without certain things to make sure I provide for them. I have to be more responsible for certain things that I do for the legacy and the longevity of my kids, right? When I got 35, I got that shit down pat. Now I say I'm working on great. I used to tell niggas I'm working on grandkid money now, nigga. I'm not even working. My kids are straight. I'm working on grandkid money. Now at 40, I'm working on great grandkid money. That's how I look at it. Because my grandkids, I got two grandkids, they straight. So my youngest is 17. So I'm trying to live now. What I'm doing is now my energy now is it's to the youngest, but it's really to put forth an effort for legacy for my great grandkids and then help manage the legacy that collectively that the family is built overall. And then it is also to manage my health and my life so I can live to baby see my great grandkids. You know what I mean? Like that's how it goes. I'm not trying to compete with my sons. I'm not in competition with no 20-year-olds. I'm not in no competition with no 30-year-olds. I'm in competition with 40-year-old men. And if I look around the space, nigga, I got them niggas hands down and lapping them niggas 20 times because the way they crying about life. So I ain't even. So I'm not even in competition with these niggas in the space. I'm in competition with men in real life on some power dynamics. Like that's it. Like that's it. But I'm not in competition. Like nigga, I'm better than you. I'm in competition with who can build the best legacy. That's my motherfucking competition, nigga. I fuck nigga. I don't give a nigga. Look,
that dynasty, bro. You try to create that dynasty
that's
power.
what I'm trying to do because that's how power dynamics work. That's how you work. That's how you're supposed to work. As a man, that's how you're supposed to look at my legacy passed down. Whatever I can accomplish, I need to hand it off to my kids. And it's not specifically what I need to accomplish. It's to set them up so they ain't got to go through the shit I went through. And to show them that they can build, but let them build in their own lane. Like let them build in their own fucking lane. Like let them run 100 miles an hour in their own lane, make their own fucking triumphs, go through their tribulations, all that other shit, but learn the basic rules of engagement. I don't never hear these niggas talking about it because at the end of the day, the shit comes back to dry dick. That's it. Always comes back. It always.
That's real shit.
None of these niggas. Yo, I fucks with Uncle Ism. I fuck with Uncle Ism because he
shout out Uncle Ism.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But the way he live his life, the way I live my life is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like he got his sons. He got his legacy. He got his thing. He got his thing that he does, and he's living his life how he lives his life, right? And he's telling them, yo, this is what you do, this is whatever, and he tells you where he fucked up at, where he didn't fuck up at, blah, blah, blah. My only fucking, and you know, every man has regrets. My regret in life is I should have got into the investment game back in my 30s, like my early 30s. Like that's like, you know what I mean? And because they think, you know what I mean, they push this thing that investing in the stock market and all of that shit takes a whole lot of fucking money. And shout out to OG CAD 504. You know what I'm saying? Where you can start your investment with little as $100, $200. Like easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you build on it. You take your time to build up your portfolio. You get in there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's, you know what I mean? We got dudes just running around the space that are in these spaces that talk about some real shit, but we spend 90% of the time arguing with fucking disgruntled penises and disgruntled vaginas about how they can't coexist with each other in the world where they'll never meet each other in fucking life. You ain't as many arguments as these niggas got involved with each other. They ain't never meet up with each other. Ever. And if they did meet up with each other, it was on some motherfucking pull-up shit.
Real shit, bro. This is some real shit. I love this conversation.
No, like for real, man. Like it's like some real shit,
bro.
Man.
It's like, I never thought a day in my life would ever see a panel talk about, yeah, nigga, pull up, nigga, pull up. What the fuck? Like, nigga, what the nigga? Nigga, the fucking YouTube streets is not fucking the streets, bro. This is fucking YouTube.
Well, the problem is well, see, that's what I mean. Is like, yo, why can't we like have a conversation about some real shit like that's popping off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we came in here early, man. It was like 10 minutes. We was up there clowning and shit, but we shifted the conversation and talking about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about some, just some philosophical differences. But listen, I accept. See, simping is a part of the ecosystem.
Right, exactly.
Right? You gotta accept it, right? But I do not accept that you crying about simping. You say you X, Y, and Z, and you're flagrantly doing the opposite. Nigga, just say this, man. I have an addiction to being a simp. And this is day-to-day struggle.
You gotta create a shirt and advertise that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta. Yo, what up, Ty?
What up, Ty? What's up, Ty, man? What's going on, man? Like,
bro, like on some real shit. That's the realest shit I ever heard on these spaces, bro. Like, that's why I fuck with you and Kane, man. Like, y'all some OGs, man. Like, because you know me, I'm still a young buck, but I ain't that young because I've been, I'm the serpent. I've been around since 80 times. I was there. I don't want to tell Eve to eat the motherfucking fruit while bitch ass Adam and shit, he ain't did his work. You feel me? But anyway.
Nigga, you the reason why we wearing clothes, nigga. Yo, get this nigga out of here.
Yeah. That's
boo this man.
Yo.
Y'all got us over here wearing clothes, nigga. You done caused winners and shit, nigga. Nigga,
good time.
Yo, man, nigga, we ain't had to do shit, nigga. We was
chilling.
This nigga over here, look, see, look at that right there.
Bro, listen, the reason why I call myself the serpent, a lot of people, because I had some people tell me I was evil, right? But they don't even know the meaning of being a serpent. Because there's a scripture in the Bible, right? And it's on Matthew, chapter 7, verse something, I forgot, but I can script it really well. My auntie used to tell me, be wise like a serpent and harmless like a dove, right? Yeah. Now, let me tell you another thing about being a serpent. The snakes, when you study the nature of a snake, you see how flexible it is. It's very, very flexible, very sneaky, and very, very tactic. They're very subtle creatures. But being a serpent, if you understand the Kundalini, I have conserved my energy to a point I have reached my Kundalini that I see the world with my third eye to a whole nother dimension. So I'm in a whole nother consciousness within myself. That's the reason why I call myself the serpent. So when I do come in these spaces, because when I first came in these spaces, niggas like, man, why you call yourself the serpent? I said, nigga, I've been around since ancient times. I don't want to eat the motherfucking fruit. That's why you bitch ass nigga Adam, he did his job. But niggas will feel some type of way. They're like, man, even though it was bars and poetically, but I was telling them like, no, listen, I'm very like I like the my ancestors, how they study nature, right? And every human being has a spirit animal within them, right? If you believe in that, but we still have that animal within ourselves, that animal which is the animal within us. And especially if we're tuned into nature, certain animals we be tuned in with the rest of the animals, right? Like for me, I like snakes, I like wolves, I like tigers, I like a fucking jaguar, nigga. I like the deadliest animals in the fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with that, But the thing is, the reason why, like for example, I wrote on my channel that the forbidden fruit, right? Now it's so symbolic. The forbidden fruit represent my heart. Let me say it again. The forbidden fruit represent my heart. And when you see a snake around a fruit, that's me protecting my heart. And in other words, if you trying to find me, my sacred kingdom, you shall seek me. You get what I'm saying? You gotta find me. It's not you chasing me, but I'm playing. It's like I'm putting a power move in right people's faces that only a few people can see it. Feel me? So when you read my stuff on my channel and be like, okay, welcome to my sacred kingdom. You're eating my forbidden fruit, which eating means absorbing me, which you absorbing my energy. That's what eating means in Buddha language, right? And also, when I tell you saying the forbidden fruit is a gift for you to have, for you to eat, and I say enjoy yourself eating it, right? That means that by you inside my sacred kingdom, you're accessing inside my world, my eternal world. You're in my eternal world. You're in the world of Joey the Serpent world. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could get motherfuckers to they're looking from a physical standpoint, but they're not looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. It's like in the art war, bro. Like, man, them niggas be playing that shit from a spiritual level of it. And, man, bro, go ahead, Dre. You can talk, bro, and go ahead, talk.
But
Yo,
that boy good right there.
hey,
But hold on. That boy is good. You gotta give him his credit. That boy is good. He is talking for the spiritual realm. He is not talking about the face value. I am glad somebody's over here talking right.
hey, yeah, oh my bad, man. Yeah, I was letting them cook, man. I got me some ice, nigga. Make sure I took a bathroom break.
Hold
You
on,
know,
ice and bathroom break. Hold on, nigga, you see ice? Hold on, nigga, you got a pocket,
you had to
nigga.
go get me some ice. You know what I mean for the cup. You know what I mean. Had to take a
What
bathroom
the
break.
fucking juice at, nigga? What's the fucking soda, the water?
No,
Nigga, you
man.
eating ice?
Yeah, you had to take a, you know what I mean. You know what I'm
Bro, you
saying?
ain't from here. You from Antarctica, nigga. I was fucking with you.
Yeah, man. Make sure we ain't got urine on the street. You know what
Oh
Yo,
shit, yo.
Oh shit!
I mean?
All right,
talking
back to the
about bathroom
bullshit. Let's
break. That
get.
nigga had to grab a cup. Like, hold
Hey,
on, yo, let me
man.
piss real quick.
Hey, hey, man. Hey, boy, G, man. I'm Crown Prince of Pretty, man. We gotta, you know, we.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's why I said we back
we
to the
gotta
bullshit.
turn
Let's
up.
get it.
We gotta turn up, bro. Cause
Nah,
this
yo,
space is
man.
kind of dry without us, man. I ain't gonna even front.
Yeah,
Niggas is
man.
too
Bro.
serious. They too
Yo, niggas,
serious, bro.
Too
niggas on the petty
serious.
marathon. Sir over there, he up there going the fuck off over there. Nigga, he going off, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, they getting hit with the fucking villainy from all sides, nigga. There's nowhere you can run. Like, you know what I'm saying? Corner.
DeAndre, I blame you for Gino pettiness. I'm starting
Hey,
to see
man.
him pitting up way more bread than niggas be donating. He see somebody donate $10, this nigga throw out $20. Somebody throw out
Yeah.
$20, he throw out $50. I'm like, yo,
Hey,
this nigga
man.
is petty.
Hey, man. You gotta do it sometimes, man. Like, listen. Everybody has a lane of petty. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta ride your lane. He's showing like big bucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you can't listen, man. Everybody has something that they can contribute to villainy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like the villains aren't here to save you. The villains are actually to show you what the mirror is in society. If you
Uh
look into the darkness, it stares back at
oh.
Yep.
you.
Also,
You know
Darth
what I mean?
Vader shit, nigga. You know, like Nick. Well, I fuck with Darth Vader though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the dark side, nigga. We in the dark side in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We keep it
Yeah.
true. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I fuck with Dog Vader. Like, Luke, I am your father, nigga, but I'm still gonna give you this business, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah,
gonna
Listen,
fuck
that's
you
the
up.
shit. That's the fucking shit, bro. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. Listen, when you see fucking Star Wars, fucking the Revenge of the fucking Sith, and fucking episode the New Hope, nigga, when Darth Vader came out and look, talking about I ain't your father and give you that work, nigga.
yeah. Well, see,
Nigga, that's how we gotta be in this fucking center, nigga. Give them niggas a work. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah, I'm like, but you think about it, right? Like, because we didn't like, when you watch like the prequels and shit, right? Or however way they had it or whatever the fuck, how they did it ass backwards. But when you watch the prequels, Dark, like, okay, this is where that morality shit fucks shit up in the game, right? So Obi-Wan comes rolling through, right? He comes rolling through. He sees his pupil going the fuck off, right? Cut,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, cut him down, leave him there. Like, I'm just gonna let the lava take you. No, nigga, finish the job. Nigga, finish the
Yo,
job. The reason why the universe got fucked up is because your ass halfway did the job. So it was actually Obi-Wan's fault. It was his
yeah,
fault.
it is
It
because
was his fucking
oh my
fault.
bad. I get hyped talking about this shit
Yeah,
because
man.
yeah, because Obi-Wan, like that's why I don't like Jedi's like that, man, because they got that morality bullshit and it's so hypocritical to me. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, but remember, Dre, the best power person is the person who possesses balance. You know, when you balance light and
Facts.
dark, nigga, like nigga, that
Right.
shit hard. But
That's the
that's why Mace Windu was the shit. You know,
yeah.
even though I hate the fact they killed that nigga, but shit,
They had to
damn,
kill him though. They
you know what I'm
had to
saying?
get for Mirage 6. They had to kill him off because he was
Man,
too
Man,
balanced.
you know what the problem? You know what the problem? You know what the problem, man? You know what? Samuel Jackson, man. Samuel Jackson. Come close. Listen to a brother. You need to get that LL Cool J contract. They cannot kill you in the movie,
Facts.
nigga. I'm tired of this nigga dying in the movies, bro.
Right.
Yo, this nigga always
Deep
dying.
Blue
Nigga. Like,
Sea. This nigga got 8 in the first 5 minutes. Like, yo, he had a good ass speech
nigga
too, nigga.
Jurassic
I was
Park, nigga,
pumped.
bro,
dead, nigga,
bro,
dead,
bro.
nigga.
This is the reason why. Listen. I'll never forget the fight on Revenge Shift, bro. Like when Anakin Skywalker and fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi was fighting that fucking lava, nigga. That shit was hard as fuck. But one thing I did not fucking like, it was Obi-Wan did not fucking kill Anakin Skywalker, and because it was his fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say, Anakin was winning that fucking fight, bro. Cause he won that fucking argument. Like, because at the end of the day, yeah, Anakin, like, remember, like, in the fucking Revenge of the Sith, when he was sipping with his wife, nigga, he had revenge seeing his wife dying, nigga. Pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga Anakin was like, hold on, nigga. Because back, it was so funny how Obi-Wan came down at the fucking planet and shit, and he got out the shit with his wife, and he like, oh, back in his mind, he practically Anakin want to say, nigga, you fuck my wife? You're like, oh shit, you know what? I'm done, bro. But also real shit though, like this reason why I like Anakin, because he was able to possess the power of darkness, and he had light. But that nigga was so powerful in darkness that nigga gotta be Darth Vader. That's why the Palpatine choose Anakin for that shit, man.
The thing is that it's like people misrepresent things a lot of times with Star Wars, right? See, the thing is, the Force is the Force. There's actually truly no light and dark. It's just the Force. You know what I mean?
It's really not, though.
Force. Yeah,
it's just an energy.
Force. Yeah, it's just the energy, right? If you think about it like this, right? The light side of the Force is basically cutting off your emotions, right? But being like serene, right? That's where George Lucas get it from, right? Where the dark side of the Force is actually delving deep into your emotions and letting them out. That's why the Siths, right? If you look at the Siths jump so deep into their emotions, where the Jedis basically cut off their emotion. They become robotic and shit. And then like a monk type of thing, right? But though they're not being in touch with their emotions caused the problem, which is that, think about it, the universe was fucked up, right? There was corruption going on that they saw that was going on, they stayed out of it. It was slavery going on, they stayed the fuck out of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Their only war was what? Against the Force, like the dark forces, right? Like of whatever. Now, did the Siths or the dark side of the Force, did they do any better? Nah, they're like, you know what I mean? They just, you know what I mean? Like it was put in such a way where, if you look at it, there was, and the way Star Wars should have been written is there should have been a balancing of the Force, right? And then the only person that you got was like the greatest Jedi or the greatest Force master was Luke Skywalker, and then he cut himself off from the Force. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about like at the end, right? Well, at the end of what he was doing,
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, he astral projected himself in a battle. So think about that for a second. He was actually astral projecting himself. For you to astral project, that means that you are equally balanced on focusing your intentions, but being within your emotions. That's like the highest state of quote unquote consciousness that you can get. Like he was in a planet and he astral projected himself light years away. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he cut himself off from the Force. He didn't actually cut himself off from the Force because he set up a barrier and a force field where he couldn't be tracked by the Force. See, everybody like keeps forgetting it, right? And then he was actually at one of the original temples. But guess what? there was two temples on that island. There was the temple where he was at, and then there was that hole in the ground. Everybody keep forgetting the hole in the ground. And remember, old girl could sense both sides of the force. He was more of a Mace Windu force user. Not even saying Jedi. That's why I say the Jedi shit is over with. That's why they're actually focusing on force users. Because guess what? Han Solo, they showed in the Solo movie, he could feel the force. You know what I'm saying? Like like being a Jedi or a Sith is you had this like remember when old girl went to go get the crystal, right?
Yeah.
She went to go to get the crystal for the lightsaber. She got the crystal for the lightsaber, but everybody thought that only Jedi could use the lightsaber. Then when old dude used the fucking lightsaber, it's just a fucking tool. They basically proved that the fucking lightsaber is a fucking tool, bro. It's not. It's not that a Jedi that only use the lightsaber. It's just that their morality clause, right? Because they're so powerful that think about it. Think about if a Jedi was running around using a goddamn blaster and shit. Then that started to get you thinking, oh, Boba Fett could use the fucking Force. Not as effectively as a Jedi could, but he could use the Force. That's why when they went and got the crystal, the person that gave him the crystal, they used the Force too. They could sense the Force. It senses. It's like you can tap into shit. And it doesn't matter because it's not specific to one race, right? Because you got all of these Jedi's that will cause different race, different creatures or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Different species, different
races, species, all that shit, man. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So,
okay, let's play in the real world though. Who you think is the pimp and the simp in a Jedi in the Star Wars universe with the Force?
Well, you gotta think about it like this, right? You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it like this: is that if you look at the whole Star Wars, right? If you look at the whole Star Wars, you look at the maturation. Okay, we didn't know about Han Solo's beginnings until we saw the Solo movie, which is a very underrated good movie. But the nigga was a simp.
Yep.
Right? But then you understand why he acted the way he acted once he got Princess Leia. So the Han Solo that we knew, right, was the pimp. But he didn't become a pimp overnight. Not you, but majority of men have simp moments. This is what it is. Because it's naturally ingrained in us is to conquer the environment. And then once we get a woman, it's to protect and provide, just like it's naturally ingrained in women to like the maternal instinct for most part for them to be in the environment, nest in it, and be good. You know what I'm saying? And have children and all this other shit. So like you don't need all of society. Like you need you only need 10% of society to be on some pimp shit, right? On some pimp shit. Women, men, whatever, hustling, whatever. You need the majority of society, right, to actually be on some square shit. That's it. That's how it works. It's just we have to accept it. Listen, simping and being square is a part of the ecosystem. I accept it. I do not try to turn nobody into nothing. Right? If you're going to be a simp, nigga, these are the pitfalls of simping. My job is to give you the information so you can be the best simp you can be so it helps the environment. When your simping gets out of hand, it's causing the environment under whack. I gotta put on my villain costume. Yeah. Yeah, man. Come on. Listen, think about it like this, right? You can't be a pimp if there's no tricks. It's a salubrious relationship. It's an environment, right?
Oh, you
right?
asking me a question?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there was no
Well, you know,
tricks,
a
you
pimp
wouldn't be
can't
a
get
pimp.
paid without the trick. That's mainly, but a pimp always gonna be a pimp because of the spirit of the ism inside of him.
Yeah,
But if yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If
So
there's no tricks, how far I'm gonna get paid and eat? That's mainly it. You know, because in the business world, they're using the same principle. They just word it differently. If that makes sense.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
No,
that
I
doesn't mean
agree with
like
you.
even with the exactly. So even with the ism, right? Even if you got the
Mm-hmm.
ism in you, that doesn't mean necessarily that majority of your focus on how you run your power, right? Like how you run your power dynamics is on that because you might shift that ism, right? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Hitler was a pimp. Tell you how he was a pimp. He didn't pimp women, he pimped people.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
There you go. So
Listen, this one, just to let you know, the game. Okay, let me break it down like this. When it comes on pimping does not only just apply to the woman. That's just one element of it. And then the rest, because the game, when it comes to game, pimping is just one element of the game. And once you understand other elements of the universal of the game of life, then you understand a lot of things. Because remember, like you said, Hitler was pimping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But mind you, when it comes on pimping, it just not only it just apply woman. That's just like the smallest element of the game. That's just like small as hell. It looks big on the square person, but to me, it's small. Because pimping could go way more deeper just the woman. It can apply to business, it can apply to people, and it can apply to a lot of shit out there in the world. You get what I'm saying? That's why the most powerful people in the world, like Hitler, was pimping people. Especially when it comes like a businessman, he's pimping. You know what I'm saying? Even he's not a pimp, but he's pimping. He's finessing. You know?
Yeah.
So but the game is more deeper than just find a woman. A woman just like a small element. It's just like they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You just got two different reaction of it. That's all.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
That's why.
Like, yeah, go ahead. You
Oh
got
no,
it.
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. You got it,
bro. You cooking, man.
Oh shit! I was just speaking from my perspective because a lot of dudes, I don't promote pimping to nobody, to nobody up here in this space. I don't talk about it, but because I ain't trying to promote no nigga out here to be a pimp. You get what I'm saying? And if it's not in you, you ain't cut like that. You get what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The gang got chosen for that shit. But anyways, the thing is, the way I handle situations. Oh, what you about to say, Dre? Oh,
yeah.
The way I handle a situation, right? Most dudes don't value themselves like that. They just call out for what it is. And most men know how to value themselves, and I'm speaking from all races of men. You know this society will fucking flourish if all men know how to value themselves and they know the true worth. You know what I'm saying? The real actual worth. The thing is, with me, I can look at an unfaithful woman, right? Now, from a square perspective, a square man look at it like, oh my God, she's unfaithful and she's out there having sex, right? Just like an average girl, when she has sex, she's connected emotionally automatically through sex. That's the average girl. That's the square chick. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, when I look at an unfaithful woman or a adulterous woman, all that type of stuff, I see her in a whole different light than a square dude. Cause a square dude see an unfaithful woman. I can look at an unfaithful woman through her soul, just by me looking through her eyes and her soul. telepath my thoughts with her. Telepathic, right? But by me understanding her sexuality, how she operates as a woman, most square dudes may not understand the capacity of that level. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna understand it. Cause I'm gonna tell you what my grandmother used to tell me. My grandmother told me in a woman's life, a woman can have 1 billion bodies, but only one man in a woman's life is so rare for one man could touch a woman's soul. Let me say it again. A woman can have 1 billion bodies. 1 billion. Yeah, you heard me right. 1 billion. I know it's a lot. Billion bodies.
Nigga. That's a lot of bodies.
Right? Yeah, it is a lot. But that same woman has no connection. Like there's nothing to be there. There's nothing to be there. So there's no connection there. But only one man in a woman's lifetime, because it's so rare in a woman's life, and her interaction with a man, it's so rare. I'm talking about really rare in a woman's life to come across a man that touched her soul. That's what my grandmother told me. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you listen to a lot of older women in their 30s and 40s and 50s and up, they practically saying the same thing over and over again. Most dudes is not paying attention what they're saying. Because a lot of older women say, they be like, a lot of men are not tuned in. Like Misha told me, you'd be surprised. A lot of men are not tuned in sexually, right? And you got that element. The second thing, you look at the interaction with a woman, an older woman, how she interact with dudes. She never came across a dude that can touch a woman's soul, like without him touching her physically. She never met that type of nigga. When she do meet that type of nigga, it goes. A woman will fall on her knees, just like Jesus and Mary Magdalene. This is the reason why I'm gonna talk about Jesus and Mary Magdalene's story, for example. Yeah. Now I'm gonna use Jesus. Yes, we know Jesus is second coming, God, all that, but let's look at it from a man's perspective. Let's look at beyond the God part of it. Jesus picked Mary Magdalene, and Mary Magdalene was known as a prostitute, correct? Her whole town was calling her the 7 deadly sins, right? But then when she met Jesus, what she did? She fell on her fucking knees and touched that nigga down. Because you know why? That nigga aura was so fucking strong. All he had to do is look her dead in her motherfucking eye. And she could feel that nigga's soul. That's how powerful how Jesus and Mary Magdalene relationship was. You know what I'm saying? And if that when you become that nigga, when you become that dude like Jesus, right? When you become that nigga and you become that man's man, because like I said, a lot of women can have sex with a whole bunch of dudes, but that doesn't mean she's truly connected. That's why when me in my last live, when I was talking to Miss Cage and Indy even mentioned like, okay, do you feel like as a woman that I think it was Miss Cajun. She like, do you feel as a woman that you may have sex with other guys, but there's no connection there? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. Mm-hmm. It's just a romantic fuck. It was just a fuck, but there's no connection there, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the reason why, and no matter. That's why I never understand why dudes care about a woman's body count. I never understood that.
Because it's that it's that thing, man, like this, man. And I'm gonna put it to you like this. That's what I mean is that I understand why you don't understand it. Because like I said, but in regular society, right? Like women ask men their body count. Like, I mean, how many chicks you slept with? People.
Well, I've never been in that situation, homie.
Yeah, but obviously they already know. They're not going to ask you that because they already know because the lifestyle you live. But on the square side of the game, right? Those that live the regular square lifestyle, right? They ask each other these questions, right? Women ask for the truthfulness. Like, how forthcoming is this man going to be to me, or like, or whatever, right? Men ask, right, for how far I have to go, or what I have to deal with, or what baggage do I have to unpack? Because the more men that this woman's been with, right, and you know what I mean, the more that I have to deal with the baggage depending on how old she is or whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? Or what society is going to view her as when I walk around with her within whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the reputation. It's like, guard your reputation with your life, because you know what I mean, your life depends on it. Like, you know, certain shit like that. So
Like the
with
48 law of power.
yeah, 40, exactly. You know what I mean? But people do these things instinctively, like, because it's taught through society, right? So at the same time, they care about that, because then I have to see, like, yo, if you see a chick with a kid, she had to at least have at least one dick in there. You know what I'm saying? Like so you already have an account for the body count right there. At least one, because there's a child, right? Unless, you know, she's married, right?
Well,
you know, yeah. So
in the square game, in the square world, most dudes they engage their interaction with women based on sex, how many bodies they can have.
Well, most dudes, they do know that most women have sex. Most square women mainly have sex through an emotional stimulus.
Of course, we know that. I know that, right?
Yeah. So
that's why I'm trying to say.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Oh, I mean, because most square dudes, they feel more valuable and more powerful just because they had sex with this woman or that woman. The game that I come from, we look at it as a sucker move, because we know that she ain't contributing nothing in your life, nigga. You ain't got shit, you ain't got nothing out of her, because it's easy to get sex. Everybody can have sex. You get what I'm saying? That ain't shit. But if she ain't contributing nothing and producing nothing to your life, then you took a big L. You gotta look yourself in the mirror like, nigga, you took an L for real. You know what I'm saying? Because man and woman, you know what I'm saying? Because just like with women, a woman cannot come up to me and brag about that she pursued having sex with a celebrity, but she ain't getting nothing out, nothing. There been situations that you had girls, quote unquote groupies, whatever you want to call them, they fucked their favorites, they had a chance to fuck the celebrity, but they bragging saying, they told their friends, they're bragging saying, yeah, I fucked him, this and that. You know why I'm looking at that woman ass? She has no game about herself. That's why in the game, in the lifestyle, you can take a pretty woman and put her in the track and the blade on the stroke. And if she got no intelligence, no brilliance, no articulation, no sophistication, no class, if she got no game about herself, nigga, you gonna see her receiving $50 in the fucking track. You get what I'm saying? Because this game is way deeper than just a woman's looks. That's why in the game, you be wondering how can a woman with no ass and no titties, but she bitch get millions and $1 million by tricks, versus a woman who got ass and titties and got some strong vanity, but she only received $20,000 in one night. While the other chick, you know what I'm saying, who got no body, but this bitch is smart, intelligent, articulate, sophisticated, very classy. And she know how to navigate in the fucking square world and camouflage that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she know how to know how to play this game. You know what I'm saying? Right. And also, you see her receiving millions and $1 million because they're not paying for her time. They're paying her value. It boils down to value game. You get what I'm saying? So while you got other girls who are pretty, and you may see, they got strong vanity, but they're not sharp. They're not sharp in the game. So when you see girls in the track and the blade, and they pull up to a trick on the car, and he touching her titties and shit, she going against the game and going against the rules and regulation of it. Because how will you know if this trick only wants to spend time with you, and all he want to see is your titties? But instead, you give him free access to you. You ain't not making him pay your value. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why you see girls in all various of forms in that lifestyle. You see it all the time. You see big girls that's big and plus size, but this woman gets way more money, more attention than a girl who's slim thick. You get what I'm saying? Just like in the model industry, most model girls are square women. In other words, you know what I'm saying? They sell the illusion of glamour, but they get paid by selling the illusion of glamour. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's in the model industry. You
know,
know,
to be honest with you, I'm sorry to tell you this. To be honest with you, the model industry, nah, most of them bras already been ran through.
I mean, of course, I know that.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, like, not like. I mean, they don't make most of. You don't. Okay, in the model industry, right? When you see a chick on a magazine and she's a model, right? Or she's walking down a runway and shit, right? And there's a whole bunch of millions of chicks that look like that, right? They make majority of their money entertaining people of power after the fact. They don't make a lot of their money doing it. It's a cutthroat. It's cutthroat.
Yeah, like, that's why they have a cut. You get what I'm saying? Because those model girls, they don't get paid too well. Just because they're in Rolling Stone magazine doesn't mean they're paid high quality women. You know what I'm saying? They just look good because they got the right looks and right vanity to sell the illusion of glamour. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they got the
it's
right
just illusion
or the right pimp.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Instead of and that's what you call the modern day pimps. Instead of you calling them pimps, you call them agents and managers.
Yeah, agents and managers. That's why. Listen, bro. That's why. Like those. This is the reason why a woman that in all various forms, like what comes from a home and the paper, bro. There's levels to this game, just like every area of life. Like every game you play, there's so much levels to this game. It goes far deeper than just seeing a pretty girl and you thinking, oh, she gonna get all the attention in the world. No, that don't work like that. You get what I'm saying? Because you see him tracking the blade and it's strong all the time. You see a badass chick, you see a baddie, but this woman only receiving $1,000 a night. While other girls who got no ass, no titties, she's skinny like a stick. This woman receiving millions and millions of within 1 week. She receiving $100K within 1 week, and one night she receiving $60K. Front to the chick who just got a banging ass body. You get what I'm saying? Because this game is so intellectual. It's way deeper than just the looks. You cannot use your looks to think that people are gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? Because your looks can only take you so far. But if you don't got no brain, you gonna lose this game. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you see an Asian woman or you see a white woman, like OnlyFans, right? When OnlyFans popping, the richest women were in the fucking OnlyFans were girls who had no ass, no titties. But she attracted a lot of Asian man, Arabic man, white man, and other races of man. But this woman made a lot of money than the first woman who got a banging ass body, and she's not receiving no amount of money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm putting it to you like this, right? I'm putting it to you like this. Okay. Let me put it to you like this, right? Is that in the 80s, right? In the 80s, right? If you look at the women that were at the top of society, as far as how they look, right? 70s and 80s, they look like they were built like say like Diana Ross or Whitney Houston, right? They were lean. You know what I mean? They call them slim. They were lean. They had all them big ass titties and nothing like that because of the fashion at the time, right? Women wore different types of like gowns and dresses. Like it was a dress type of thing, right? Women wore jeans and stuff like that, with the bell bottoms in the mid 70s or whatever, but it was still that women had to wear a dress, right? That was the culture back then. High heels, dress, lean, slim, whatever, right? Now, it's actually black culture that pushed the thing about the thickness, but that also came a part of the diet, how people got around. People used to walk a lot back in the day. Not everybody had a car. You know what I'm saying? Like people, people were more outgoing. You had to go outside and do things, right? You know what I mean? So people actually came home to eat, home cooked meal, things of that nature. Now everything's over processed. The average weight for a female back then in that time was usually around about 165, maybe 170 pounds. The average weight of a female in Western society now is like 190. Right? So then you have to change the dynamics, right? Because now you're holding on to this trope of this super thin woman, right? So that doesn't work anymore. Because then you got chicks killing themselves, mainly white women, not eating and killing themselves in the 90s. Anorexia and bulimia and shit, right? Chicken eat and throw up the food and all this extra crazy crap, right? So, you know what I mean? Looking like, you know what I mean? But guess what? They start realizing that if a woman's too thin, it fucks with her estrogen levels, right? Body fat composition. A woman needs to be between 15 to 20% body fat to be considered healthy. Right? You go below that, she's going to have health complications, start missing periods, all types of shit. Right? So then you start doing the Jane Fonda workouts, you start pushing this thing about dieting and eating right and all this extra shit. And then now we move to the 210s. Guess what? You start seeing what? Black women always had ass and titties, and they was in different shapes and sizes. We as black men, we like ass, right? We like ass. That's what we like. Some dudes are more titty driven. It doesn't matter. Some people like this, but you say slim thick. A slim thick chick ain't a chick with no ass. She got ass. It ain't like ridiculous ass, right?
It's not ridiculous ass like big Judy ass type ass.
It looks good. Like it looks good in some yoga pants. It looks great. It looks good. There's something back there to grab onto, right? You know why we think like that? Is because in our mind, right? This woman can bear children, right? A woman with an ass, she has to have hips. She has childbearing hips. She's more healthy. This is just our DNA, right? Asian men like petite, smaller women. That's what they like because their women are petite and they're smaller and whatever, right? So, these other men, these Arab men or these white men, they like leaner women or however the fuck they like them or whatever, right? That's just the nature of the beast. But the problem is that society westernized and the lifestyle that people live in access the food and all this extra shit, and with all the processing and the GMOs and all of that crazy shit, it's not possible to get back there. So they have to change the narrative. So you know what they do? They use black people. You saw white bitches going to the gym and start being thick after they saw Ice-T running around with Coco.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
right?
why. Yeah, that's why. See, this. You know what? There's a movie that I used to watch, and you probably watched it by what's his name? His name is Steve something. It's called She Gotta Have It, and they did a remake. They did they rebooted a new series of it on Netflix called She Gotta Have It. And it's about this chick named Nola, right? And she's a promiscuous woman who just experienced life with 3 different dudes. You got one provider, you got a fuck boy, and she got the simp nigga. You know what I'm saying? But all them 3 niggas are sipping over her. You know what I'm saying? And all them 3 niggas, and she has sex with them, but her mind, her body was belonging to this chick versus her mind, body belonged to the guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was so funny seeing like how she had her dinner with these 3 dudes, and it was a scene that she painted. She draw 3 of those dudes while she showing her dick size and everything, and made a fool out of that. And talking about, oh, don't you think it's cute? And them niggas still embarrassed, cause like, damn, like that's how you gonna play me? You know what I'm saying? And but she was playing the long haul game, you know. So the thing is, you have a lot of Like with me, like I told you earlier, I may not understand why dudes care about body counts. I never care about women's body counts. I don't know, because I just didn't ever give a fuck about it. Never did, never cared. All I care about was my relationship and my bond with a woman, because you'd be surprised from my age range and from where I'm at in my life from 16 and now, I met plenty of women that don't have strong bonds when it comes on their interaction with other men. It's mainly like bump and dump, fuck buddy side piece or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So here's here's my problem. I noticed that a lot of people's behavior does not. There's a lot of people out there do not value themselves, and when it comes to dudes, you had dudes out there who became a woman's side piece, but not knowing that that's not manly shit to do, because you compromise your manhood and you under her terms, not your terms. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, my intimacy is very, very sacred. This is the reason why I'm not accessible, not accessible, because I'm not, like I said, I never wanted to fuck as many women I want, because I don't find that productive, and I'm content to have less bodies. You get what I'm saying? Because it keeps my value high. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. So my problem is that when I start seeing dudes interact with women, because remember, I ain't grew up. I used to watch the so-called fuck boy interact with other women, but when I got older, from I'll say from 14 to over to 18, I started looking at the fuck boys as simps and tricks, because like, wait a minute, I'm into this erotica shit, and niggas in the hood don't know nothing about this. So I got niggas in my personal life, like my nigga Josh told me that he would never bring his girl around me because of my erotica. Like, for example, this picture right here. You know what I'm saying? So there's dudes out there in my personal life told me up front, that told me straight up, like, man, I ain't gonna bring my girl around you. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I think, the way I talk, the way I move, and way based on my energy, right? So here's the thing. I understand that. I get it. So a lot of hood dudes that I saw, their interaction with women was so simpish that I looked at it like from a different perspective. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm fucking with Keisha. Keisha controls the hyena pack. She's the leader of the fucking pack. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm looking at it from a position of power. I'm making a power move. So I'm like, wait a minute. While all the dudes are chasing her, and all they care about is laying down and fuck, and that's all they care about, because they thinking having sex with a woman was an achievement. Well, I'm looking at it from a position of power. Like, wait a minute, I could get this woman right here to do some things for me way more than she would ever do with other guys. With other guys, all they care about is getting sex. That's all they care. You know what I'm saying? While me, I'm over here investing in a relationship, and I'm over here investing her. Now she's investing with me, but she's gonna invest herself within this relationship that I'm about to gain more contribution out of her than she ever done with the next cat. Because only the next cat care about, all he wanted was a good time, a good season. He's not thinking the long haul. That's in the square world, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. It just
it depends.
Part of the game of life.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. It depends, right? Because I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? Let's just say, for instance, right? Let's just say, for instance, I'm fucking with Keisha, right? Let's just say back in my day, right? I'm fucking with Keisha. I'm not trying to have a relationship with Keisha. You know what I'm saying? You know why? I'm just saying me personally. I'm just saying from my perspective. You know why? Because Keisha's not relationship material to me. Because there's nothing, you know what I mean? There's nothing, you know, for her to offer me past that. And I'm not saying like Keisha percent, but I'm just saying her status in life. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some guys think of it like, yeah, this chick, if she's got this going on, and she's not in that environment, yeah, she's relationship. There's certain people that's not built for relationship status. They're not at that point in life. It's not that point in life. You know, women date up. They don't like to date down. But men date down. Man. Well, G's over here playing the lead in the back and shit. Oh, you in the back? Oh, you be back? Oh, G's rocking. I'll be right back. Destroyer. Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna go grab this lunch, man, because it's like fucking 12:05. Nigga, I need to eat at noon. You know what I'm saying? Yo, appreciate you letting me up here, Wall G's being petty. I'm gonna go grab this food and shit, my dude. Yo.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Definitely, man. Appreciate it, definitely, man. Definitely up here though, man. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, yo. Good show. Good rocking out with y'all, man. We definitely up here though. On the chill out. Rashawn, the villain. Still see you in here with us. Rocking out. It was going in, man. Shit, Joey and Andre was gonna fuck in for real, man. Talking some real shit. But listen, man, I'm about to get out of here, man. I was rocking out with y'all. It was a good show. You already know what it is. It's your boy Juan G's, who's definitely up in the building. Had a real good conversation. But listen, I'm about to get out of here, though. Holla at y'all. Peace and love. And I'm out.